Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Restless Barbarian Gaming. And tonight we are playing The One Ring. It's a system we tried out a couple weeks ago, and we're going to try a different scenario tonight called the Star of the Mist. I have three players with me tonight. I'll have them introduce themselves in just a bit. We are missing two players, unfortunately. We were hoping to have them. Maybe they're going to be able to join in a future game. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and dive in. We are running again a scenario called, or excuse me, they call it a landmark in the One Ring. It's called the Star of the Mist. Our characters, two of them have previous, Denny and Odo have previously met Gandalf. They had run a small errand for him to a village to try to rescue the local mayor. They engaged with some bandits. Nobody could hit each other. So unfortunately, the villagers themselves came and rescued the heroes. But there's no shame in that. No. So I mean, it was the proverbial cavalry.
Right. We held them off until the cavalry could arrive.
Exactly. So and it was all good, and we had a lot of fun. And Ellie's character, I'm going to probably say it wrong, Glariel.
Glorel.
Glorel. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to say it like 10 times so I memorize it. Glorel. Had also been on a previous adventure. And finding a dwarven craftsman who would be able to reforge a mace. So she and her other companions were able to successfully complete that small task. We're moving up a little bit in time. Story-wise, the whole setting for the One Ring is really set between The Hobbit and Fellowship. So there are some familiar names, obviously Gandalf, and some other folks around. But it gives, I think, the player characters a chance to kind of really stand out on their own and really kind of become, part of the, your local lore for the game. So Denny and Odo have been received yet another message from Gandalf. I guess they thought, okay, we can go back to our normal lives, and geez, another scroll shows up asking for their assistance once more. So they have set out to an inn where they had met Gandalf previously, and that's where I want to have each of my two players here to start off with, Marissa and Q. Go ahead and tell us who you're playing and give us a description of them.
I was gonna let you go first. I'm playing Gardenia Goodchild. She just goes by Denny. She's a cute little hobbit that is, I think, you're very much your stereotypical kind of sweet little hobbit, but she loves books. She loves to read. And she follows her big brother Odo around, trying to keep him out of trouble, and actually keep him, preparing for everything, because he just likes to run off, and she doesn't think he prepares appropriately. Then again, if he didn't run off, she would probably spend the next 2 years preparing. So they balance each other.
Yeah. She makes sure I have my pocket handkerchief. I make sure she actually gets out of the house from time to time. So I'm Q. I'm playing Odo Goodchild, Denny's older brother, the more adventurous of the two. We both grew up on tales of Bilbo's exploits with Gandalf. The fact that we finally actually got to meet the old fella was, they say never meet your heroes. It was a bunch of good and also a bunch of God, he tried to get us killed. So still not sure how I feel about the whole wizards meddling thing. We'll see.
All righty. you arrive back at that same inn. You kind of walk up those wooden steps and open up that now familiar creaky door. Step in. The inn's a little busier than the last time you were here. It's probably getting on towards dinner time. And when you step in, this time you're like, you know what? We remember now where to look, because when we first came in, we weren't sure who we were looking for. We couldn't really find. I know I need to look this way. And you turn, and you see Gandalf sitting at a far booth, and there is another figure sitting with them. They have their back to you. Ellie, would you like to tell us who you're playing and describe them?
Sure. Glorel is a fairly young elf of 125 years. She has a long red braid and wears traveling clothes.
Okay.
She doesn't seem to have a whole lot of experience around her, but she's happy to jump in where she might find something out.
Okay. We kind of, camera kind of moves into Gandalf, and you see him kind of lean out from Glorel and just kind of waves his hand to the two hobbits.
Sorry, running low on ink. Yeah, okay, so wave to Gandalf, and then wave to the bartender and flash him a sign for 2.
Yeah, and he
pints.
Just kind of nods, and he kind of grumbles like, "Squirrel ale again."
No, chipmunk this time.
Chipmunk. And he kind of turns around, looks at the taps. He's like, I might be able to scrape a bit for you."
Okay, whatever you can find. Everything's good here.
All right.
We've been here once.
Don't you know how to talk to people? Gotta grease the wheels.
No.
No? Watch and learn.
Wait, is that an elf?
I think it's an elf. I've never seen an elf before.
What elves look like?
I mean, only in books. And what we hear about in tales. You ask.
No, you. You're so good at talking to people.
Right, which is why you can get away with it, because you're awkward.
That is rude.
It's not rude if it's true.
I don't think that's true.
Questionable thought. And you see Gandalf kind of like pushes out like two chairs, kind of by his table.
Right, crawl up into the chair.
Or this is to say, are they like the high chairs of the
Yeah.
crawl? We'll have to crawl up
Yeah.
into him. Okay, my feet are dangling.
And Glorel, two hobbits have joined you.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm a hobbit. This is my sister, Danny. I'm Odo.
I think he can see that we're hobbits.
I don't know. We weren't sure if he... Are you an elf?
I think so. Am I not? She directs this at Gandalf.
Gandalf's like, "Indeed you are, unless you choose to be something else."
That's
Can
what
you
I thought.
do that?
I don't know. I haven't found a way to do it, but that doesn't mean it's not out there.
He just lights his pipe and sits back and just takes a deep puff.
Good to meet you. So
Right,
is
yeah,
Gandalf going
that's
to try to
me.
get you killed with us this time?
Well, Gandalf's never tried to get me killed before. I can't stand how he's doing it again.
I'm just pulling his beard.
He kind of just puts his pipe down and just kind of crosses his arms and says, "I understand at least 2 of you are scholars of a sort."
Oh, not me.
Oh, me.
Well, I'm trying to be one.
I think I have a good opportunity for brave adventurers to seek out some lost knowledge.
Any lost treasure to go with it?
There might be some, in fact.
Knowledge is treasure, Odo.
True, but it's harder to sell.
I think that depends on who you know.
That's a good point.
He starts to tell you a story. There's an ancient tower in eastern foothills of the southern Ered Luin, what remains of a powerful castle from the time of the kings. Wanderers speak of an eerie blue light that sometimes can be seen even from Saren Ford, like a star shining above the river mists. No one goes there, and recently people have started to disappear in its vicinity.
This doesn't sound like we're going to look for books.
But let me tell you what the old lore says. The tower is what's left of a fortress built at the time of the North Kingdom of Arnor. It was built atop a dwarven subterranean ruin. It was besieged at the time of the war with Angmar and fell after a long resistance. Some say that treasonous dwarves betrayed the Duodain, allowing the forces of the Witch King to enter the castle by secret ways. There could be many lost things of great value hidden in such a place that fools would discard, thinking them of no value.
Could be. Danny, I think I remember you mentioning something about somebody named Angmar once. That's a long time ago, right?
Yes, Odo, it was a long time ago.
Could be completely looted, but, during wars, things get hidden. There could be a lot of stuff there. I'm in.
Well, if Odo's in, then I'm in, because otherwise he'll never come back.
I think it would be easier to be an adventurer than not to be an elf. So, yes.
I'll drink to that eventually.
And the bartender brings over your chipmunk cider, we'll say.
Oh.
And
Oh, what's that?
and he says, "Oh, it's chipmunk cider."
Oh, is it
It'll-
suitable for elves?
It'll put hair on your chest.
Oh, then no, thank you.
I don't want hair on my chest.
It's a metaphor, I think.
And the bartender comes and he goes, "Well," and just kind of glides back.
All right, Odo, you drink it first, and then show me your chest. Then he just slides hers across to Odo.
I finally got one.
You do. You feel there's a rippling in your chest, and you bing. Hopefully, it won't fall out while you're walking.
Get caught on something.
New entry on the character sheet.
So, what Gandalf will entail to you is basically the directions to get to Sarn Ford. There is a map that shows all these things. The storyteller or lore master, whatever the hell I am, does not have it ready, unfortunately. So we will just go with it. Basically, it is going to take you 3 days to walk there.
Mhm.
It will be on foot, although I believe someone has a pony.
Yes.
Okay.
You have a
We
pony?
do have ponies. Don't we both have ponies? Will?
Oh,
I
maybe.
thought only Denny had a pony.
Ah.
I can't remember though.
I don't
This
have
is
a
where
pony
we-
on the sheet, but
This is where we consult the character sheets and see. Let's take a look here.
I mean, hobbits walk everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, Lord of the
Shire.
Rings is just about people walking
We're
everywhere.
going outside the Shire now. We thought we went far last time.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, because I had to put it in the notes because there was like nowhere else to put it on the character sheet. Yes, I have. Denny has a half-starved pony. Hopefully, they've fed them by now. And
Yeah.
Odo. Let's see. I don't see it on here that you have a pony, so
Okay.
I think what we'll do is unless one person wants to ride and the other two are going to walk, because I don't believe Glavrel has a pony.
Yeah.
I do
Well,
not.
we'll just use the pony as for carrying books
That's what
when
I
we
said,
find
yeah.
the books.
Okay.
And clothes and food.
Yeah,
and
that.
mobile.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mind I don't mind wearing. I don't mind moving slowly or carrying my own belongings. The faster you move, the more you miss.
That's a very nice way of looking at it. I
You
like
sure
that.
you're not a hobbit?
Maybe if she wants to be a hobbit, she could. I mean, if she could figure out how to not be an elf, she could maybe figure out how to be a hobbit.
Perhaps we'll find out.
I in Foundry set up your fellowship. Right now it's just called Testing Fellowship, but I think you guys should be able to click on it. And what it does is it lists like your fellowship points,
Sure enough.
the people who are in your fellowship, your patron. And what I did was originally had set up people in different roles, because when you're on a journey, you have specific roles. And right now I have Glareal as travel. I'm going to assume that Took and Poppy, if they're able to join at some point, will be around. They may be, arriving later if they're able to join us, but I think I originally assigned Glorel as guide because I think they had the most in travel. How many points does she have in travel?
2, I think.
Okay, but I don't remember what. Let's take a look at everybody else.
I have 2.
You have
I
two?
also
Okay.
I have no travel.
Okay, all right.
But I also
Because-
have 2 in hunting, if that's a role that needs to.
Yes, yeah. We also have. Let me see if I'm able to move you. I don't.
No, I don't have anything in hunting.
Nah.
either. Awareness is good.
Okay.
On,
Yeah.
awareness.
The main roles for the journey really are a travel test first, and what that does is it basically sees how successful you are if you come across any trouble on the road. So what I need to do is I need to go back here. And folks watching, we are still learning this game, so apologies for the slower pace, but we're still trying to learn the game ourselves.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll find this educational, shall we say? So okay, so we've got our traveling party. So I think right now we'll just keep Glorel as the guide. Hunter will be Deanie. Lookout, I would either scout or lookout really for Odo. I'm trying to see what the role is for those.
It looks like it's explore for scouts and awareness for lookouts. If I'm reading the
Okay.
fellowship thing right,
Okay,
because
that's perfect.
says travel in parentheses, hunter says hunting, so it would make sense that those are the skills.
Okay. All right. So let's and I had already kind of planned out how long the journey was going to take you. So we've got our path. We have our marching rolls. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have Glorel make a travel roll to get us started.
Okay.
Ooh.
I won't ask to use the great success I rolled before we started.
Nope. What great success.
3 days ago, I rolled this. Come on, man, let me use it. That'd be cool. Mechanic, you can bank your good rolls for when you really need them.
Mm-hmm. And on Foundry, there is a way, I think, to like just. Well, actually, it's going to be on your character sheet. Is where you're going to is find it. I know there's a way on Foundry to do the combat, but we're not doing combat yet. So.
Yeah, clicking around in the fellowship box doesn't seem to do anything.
Yeah,
for us anyway.
Yeah. There's some things I wasn't able to add in here. Like I said, I was just kind of messing around with it for right now. So, but yeah. So when you're ready, Ellie, you would just click your travel. Then, oh, there we go. Okay, perfect.
Ooh, pretty dice.
Oh no!
A failure. Okay.
It is really hard to hit these target numbers as a starting character.
Yeah. I think as we play through, if we get a chance to play through, we have so many damn games on this channel, that it will get easier. You were heading out during the spring, so it's not. The weather isn't too bad, maybe a little light rain. But as you get about 2 days in, there is something that occurs. So let me see what that is. Okay, so this is where we need the
Lookout.
that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Now I see what it is. Okay, I have to pick like basically who notices like what happens on the on the road. So that would be 4. That would be the lookout. So in the early morning, Odo, you've only had one breakfast so far. Haven't had second breakfast yet.
Okay.
That's when you notice something, and this is where you're going to make an awareness roll, please.
All right. Ooh, not weary, not miserable, not spending hope. Roll.
Okay.
Oh
boy.
Old one.
Okay. All right.
Well, this was a quick adventure.
But it wasn't a evil eyeball.
Right. So you got an 11.
Could have been worse.
Yeah. You didn't get ISR on. You as you're heading west towards the tower, you smell smoke from. Smells like like someone's campfire coming from. So you're heading west, so it'd be north of you. as you're kind of trotting along this old road.
All right. Well, I smell smoke up ahead. I don't know how fresh it is. If it's a campfire or what, it's probably just a campfire. It's not very strong.
Yeah.
We
Do
should
you
be
all
sneaky.
want to try to avoid it or try to find it?
I vote we try to avoid it.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way too.
Suppose we could try to scout around it and see if we could get a better look, but we
What
don't.
say you, Glorel?
I'm happy with that approach.
Okay. So someone wants to be sneaky and go in and take a look. See?
I volunteer for that.
Okay. That would be well. It kind of depends on what your approach is going to be. You could use stealth.
I'm just going to stealthily creep forward towards, following my nose, try to keep to the underbrush, use that storied hobbit ability to walk quietly.
Okay. Do you have that disappear
I
completely?
did
or
not. Was
something
that one
like
of the
that?
virtues or something? No.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have the prowess virtue.
That's fine. Okay.
But I do have a good stealth.
Okay. All right. So now remember, you can use hope to assist you, and hope is something that refreshes each session. So we're planning on doing 2 to 3 sessions. So I think it's only fair the next time we play, hope would refresh. That's the way I look at it. So
Sounds good. I am going to use a hope.
okay.
Die.
Okay.
How many hope do we have to spend? Is it 3?
You let's see. No, it's on your
Oh,
character
15,
sheet.
right. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I found it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so we won't use all that up. All right, rolling with hope.
Oof.
Oh, I got a Gandalf wand.
Nice. Okay.
Not too much on the
You-
dice, though, but it's a success.
Odo is creeping through the underbrush, kind of just following his nose. He comes up behind an oak tree and notices kind of like a small clearing. And there's 2 figures sitting by a campfire. It looks like an older man, kind of has a short gray beard, and he is holding. It looks like has a knife. He's like he's skinning something, maybe a rabbit or something. And across from him is a younger man who is kind of sitting cross-legged, and he's just kind of holding himself. I mean, it's still a little drizzly, but it's mid-morning, so they look like they're more eating maybe a late breakfast and still trying to stay warm from the chill. They do not appear to have noticed you.
Okay. Then I'd like to stay and listen. Stay a while and listen.
Okay. Diablo appears now, and you all die. The older man's like, once I get this sucker skinned, we can finally have a good meal. Enough with this bread and dried meat. Excuse me. The younger guy's like, just hurry up with it. We got that. We got to get moving. But I can't be moving on an empty stomach. So come on, get it going. The guy's like, patience. It just seems like at the moment, just kind of banter. But the younger guy is definitely impatient more than he's cold.
Okay. I'll give it like about 10 minutes, see if they say anything indicating why they're out here. And if they don't, then I'll slip back to the rest of the group.
I'm going to let them roll to see if they notice you.
Or not. I'm sneaky.
You think so? Let's see. So it's gonna be.
What was the awesomeness about getting a Gandalf symbol again? Do you remember?
Well,
Other than an automatic success.
for enemies, it's an automatic failure. So if they get a Gandalf, it's an automatic failure for them. So.
Gotcha.
And let's see now. And they didn't notice shit. All right. The younger guy is he's like I gotta take a piss. Hold on. Just get that rabbit done. And he gets up and he kind of is like starting to wander in your direction.
Uh-oh.
I know in the Lord of the Rings they don't piss, but in my universe they have to eventually. So and he's heading your way.
Okay. I mean, does it look like he's headed straight for me?
You're by the tree, so.
All right.
Uh-oh, you're going to get peed on.
And,
All right,
and it's the closest tree. So.
Let me see if I can withdraw and not be spotted.
Okay. Probably just stealth again.
All right. And I'm gonna use a hope die for that.
Okay.
Again. Oh, Sauron's eyeball.
Okay. But you got a 20, a great success. And I'm not going to roll for him based on what you rolled. Yeah, you managed to just kind of creep away. You do hear the older guy though, as he's skinning the rabbit. He does say something. You hear like what you think is maybe a name, because it like Sabian or something like there. But when we check in with Sabian, well, and then as you kind of get further and further, you hear less.
Okay.
Do you retreat back to where you left your companions, or?
Yeah, I don't want to leave them hanging for too long.
Okay.
They might start to worry.
Okay.
So assuming I don't need to roll for that,
No.
I'll head back and say, it looks like just a couple of big folk, older man and younger man, having breakfast. I listened for a bit, but they didn't really say anything about why they're out here. Heard something about them checking in with somebody called Sabian, so maybe they're out here to meet someone. Didn't seem particularly dangerous if you wanted to introduce ourselves, but it also seemed like we could slip around them pretty easily too.
Does that name ring any bells to anyone?
You could make a riddle roll if you like.
Ooh, okay, I will.
Riddle or no, let's go with a riddle.
Okay.
May I also, or can I
You
assist
might.
with that?
I think you've assisted enough by telling her the name, so I don't know if you can assist anymore. But you can roll your own riddle if you'd like.
Sounds good.
Okay, failure. Automatic success.
Ooh, Odo got a success.
Oh, okay. The name does sound familiar. You may have heard maybe some of the big folk. When the last time you were in the inn, talk of bandits along the road. They're always saying to each other, be careful. There's bandits about, maybe and with the 17 Deanie, yeah, you'd heard that name. Like maybe it's like a leader of a gang or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, Odo, I think I heard somebody mention that name when we were at the inn, and I think he might be like a bandit leader. I don't think we should mess around with these guys.
No, we should go far around them. I think we should. Yeah, I'm happy to go half mile out of my way to get around those guys, or more.
Pays
I had
to always have
enough
half
with
a,
bandits.
right? Pays to always have half a hobbit ear listening to what's going on around you.
Right? Oh, you don't think it's that same bandit that we ran into last time?
Oh, I certainly hope not.
I didn't
Although,
catch his name.
I mean, they couldn't hit us, so I guess if we were gonna have to run into a bandit.
All right, but we couldn't hit them either. So
It almost turned into a slap fight.
we've gotten more accomplished. Let me
Exactly.
get a stool. We'll play some pepper slap.
All right. Glorel?
Any thoughts, Chlorel?
I certainly have no objection to avoiding a conflict.
Okay.
And I don't mind taking some time out of our way.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's do that. Maybe we'll find some nice herbs or some mushrooms along the way.
I think that sounds like a capital idea. Let's see if anybody's successful going hunting.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, got a 10.
Oh gosh, no.
No. Close, but no cigar. Yeah, you kind of go kind of. You had kind of gone north to find these guys. You kind of headed back to the road west. So you've kind of gone straight, and as the road started to bend, you had kind of searched along the sides of the roads, maybe looking for mushrooms underneath, tree stumps, things like that. Just nothing. You just, and the tummies are starting to grumble a little bit. But you know that you're probably still about a day away from getting to Sarn Ford.
Okay.
Well, we probably have some provisions in our packs. I guess we can, maybe make a soup out of some dried mushrooms. And
have something dried and
dried meats. Yeah, some jerky.
maybe we can find a willow. Get some willow bark. My feet are kind of sore.
Hunting again.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna try that again.
Yeah, we're hunting for something different this time. Oh no, not even close. Roll a 1.
You're like, are there any trees in this forest?
Are we in Mirkwood?
Exactly. Yeah, so you've decided you're gonna kind of rest for the evening. What would you guys do to pass the time?
Well, we would definitely have to break out the pipes.
Mm-hmm. Right. Pipeweed. And maybe Denny could tell us a story.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah,
I would like to hear an elf story.
There we go.
Ooh. Yeah, Glero, would you tell us a story from your youth? Glorel, sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. I would be more than happy to.
Now,
Then he gets out a little notebook.
now I would allow for this since you're a scholar. Either craft or riddle or lore, depending on what kind of story do you want to tell. To me, craft is I'm making up a story. Riddle would be like a mystery. Lore would be, well, in these woods we found XYZ. So
I think it would probably be the latter.
Okay.
She's a tale from your youth that wouldn't occur to her to do any of either of the other two.
They don't know me. I can make shit up.
That's the time I killed a dragon with one hand tied behind my back.
No way. All right. Yeah, that sounds good. A true history.
Now, are you attempting to awe them? Or are you just kind of, hey, this was a good story? I'd like to add some challenge to this, if possible.
You're trying to keep me from falling asleep.
Yeah, I'll use it as practice at keeping people engaged in the story.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I would say is,
and then I went to a different library and got another book.
So
And he is enthralled.
Yeah.
Taking notes about where all these libraries are.
Right?
Okay.
Ooh, that was close. You almost had an eyeball.
Alrighty. So, yeah, you were successful. So, do you have an idea what the story would be about, or I don't want to put you on the spot?
I haven't thought of it. It's been 5 minutes and I haven't been able to think of anything.
It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. I just want to make sure before I don't want to roll past it. If you had something you wanted to. Okay. Denny, this sounds like a fascinating story to you.
Yeah.
Do you believe it? Because elves are mystical, so I mean, whatever they say must be true.
100%. She's all in.
Okay.
She's taking notes. She's but she likes to ponder things, and then she comes up with questions later. Kind of a
3 in the morning, you're gonna be poking.
3 in the morning. She'll be like, "Oh,
I thought of something.
I have a question.
Wait a second. You said
Wait, that doesn't add up."
You said there was 3 boars. Typically, they go in parties of 4. So,
I'm just thinking more Chlorel. Yes. Are you awake?
Go with it. I am now. All right. I think the 3 of them have been getting along fairly well for the short trip they've been on, and we're gonna say on that 3rd day you've arrived in Sarnford, and at sunset they spot a faint luminescence. There we go, to the west, and can follow it easily like a beacon. And as you moving into this kind of light wood area towards this tower, you start to notice that you're starting to see more trees have been cut down recently. You're seeing some recent stumps. You do even notice maybe an old campfire or 2.
Okay. I'd like to examine one of the campfires and just get an idea of how old.
Okay. That's Oda. What else does anyone else want to do?
I'd like to look at the campfires, but not more to see if they left behind any bowls or tools or anything that would sort of give any kind of indication as to the species, culture, whatever, what they were doing. Yeah.
Gloverell?
I'll be the one to go ahead this time and see
Okay.
if I can see anything on our path ahead.
Okay. Then let's have the two or kind of stand back, kind of checking things out. I'm not going to make you roll for these. I mean, they're pretty obvious. The campfires look like they've been used maybe a couple days ago. There are some broken pieces of like wooden cutlery laying around. Your guess that would be they'd probably be humans. But it looked like possibly there's been somebody kind of moving towards the tower. Now, Clarel, are you going to attempt to move forward stealthily? I mean, not banging on pots and pans, going, "Hey,"
No, I think I am.
Okay. All right. Let's have you make a stealth roll then, please.
Okay. And I will go ahead and spend hope on that.
Okay. Great success. All right. As you're moving through this area, you spot what looks like a camp, and it's sitting. This camp is sitting on kind of on the edge of like almost like a chasm where the land just kind of seems to drop off with this tower like standing right above it. You do notice that looks like there's almost like a cave or something just past the camp. Like the road, the ground kind of starts to slope down into like the base of almost like this mountain, and you think you see like a cave up ahead.
Okay. I'll poke my nose in and see what's going on.
Okay. All right. So you want to approach the camp?
Unless that's very obviously where the glowing is coming from.
Well, the glowing is really from the tower itself.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. The this camp is very big, actually. Well, I shouldn't say very big. It's probably about 2 or 3 sizes of the top. 2 or 3 sizes bigger than the previous one you just saw, and there's really, it looks like there's a way to there's a little kind of space off to the one side, but for the most part, this camp is kind of spread out. Let me back up. So what did you want to do again then?
I just want to poke my nose in and see what's inside the... Did you say a small camp or a small cave?
Small cave, yeah.
Okay.
But you would have to get around this camp. It's not going to be very, very easy to get around it. So
I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking of them as separate entities.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Okay. There are like people at the camp?
Yes. You count probably at least 5. And they look to be a mix of Southerners and mean-looking men. Kind of most of them have like thick beards. You see a couple horses. There's really no fire now. They look like they're getting ready to start it up, and maybe make dinner or something. But there's about 5 that you can see, and they're all kind of dressed in leather and black items.
Okay. Then I will head back to Denny and Odo.
Okay.
Denny and Odo.
Okay.
What'd you find? I got bupkis.
That's humans. You mean bupkis? Were we looking at the same fires?
Well, I mean, they're a couple days old. That's all I found.
There is a camp with half a dozen or so men and Southerners preparing to start a campfire. They look. I believe we found your bandits.
Oh dear.
Well, we should avoid those again.
How many?
5, perhaps 6, if I missed someone.
Oh dear. Are they blocking our path to the tower?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
From what she tells you, you wouldn't be able to. You could try to sneak around, but it's going to be very dangerous to try to sneak around them. But it's
Sounds like it'd be very dangerous to not sneak around.
not impossible, but so.
What about trying to circle around, like half circle around, and come up to the tower from a different direction? Is the tower up on a promontory or something that makes that impossible?
Yeah, the tower's kind of like built into this mountain. There's really no. But these bandits are camped out by that area for some reason.
Well,
Oh,
could try to
could
sneak in and listen to them and see if they say anything. God, if only they were trolls, we could just wait until dawn.
Oh, I've never met a troll. Just
Well, me either. But
He's only read about them.
You hear stories.
Is there some way we could lure them away, or
Maybe.
make the cave fall in on top of them?
We could try lighting a fire at one of these other camps and make them think that maybe someone's coming up behind them. Rig up some scarecrows and light a fire, and then sneak off, lure them over here, and sneak past.
Oh yeah, maybe we could do that. Like if we could. We'd have to. How would we do that? I guess
We could pile some rocks up, make some cairns, and then like drape some blankets over them, or some cut branches or something to look like a cloak. Cut a pine branch or something. From a distance, it would look like somebody. I mean, it wouldn't hold up closer than 20 feet, probably, but
we just need to lure them out.
Yeah.
Enough to get by them.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think?
Well,
Lure out.
I worry that we'd only draw out 1 or 2, but perhaps it can't be helped.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how to bring out more. Not without hooping and hollering and making it sound like there's more of us, but then how do we sneak past while doing that?
Right? I mean, I don't want to sacrifice the pony.
Pony just kind of goes,
Oh, yeah, we're not going to sneak past them with the pony.
No. Probably has pots and pans and all that on it.
What's the poor pony's name?
I don't think we ever named it.
We never named it.
Well, you got to name your pony.
Well, it's our pony, but well, we can name her Petunia.
Petunia sounds good. But we don't want to sacrifice Petunia. Is there a tree line nearby where we could stash Petunia?
Distant, probably. The thicker tree line, probably back a mile or so.
Oh. take all the stuff off Petunia, send her home.
You think that's
Well-
better than just stashing her somewhere? Just tying her up in a nice meadow near some water?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take the time to do it, we have to walk back a mile. That's only going to take 20 minutes.
Well, I can do that while you guys are preparing the distraction.
That's fair.
It occurs to me that we are coming on dark.
Mm-hmm.
We could hike ourselves back to the tree line, spend the night, and see what they do in the morning.
True.
That's true. We
Okay.
could do that. And then we could leave Petunia behind and then, yeah, see
like
if
that
they're
plan.
still there in the morning.
We watch them from afar and see if they move on.
Okay. That sounds like an idea. Yeah. So you guys make your way back there, and you decide you're gonna just camp out for the night then.
Yeah, no fire though. I
Okay.
think. Don't want to
Yeah.
get started.
That would probably be safer.
We can huddle up for warmth if it's not temperate.
We're gonna have to have salads for dinner.
Salads and jerky.
Okay.
Maybe
See if I can forage up any sort of, berries or something to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You this time you do manage to find some berries, some nice edible looking weeds, as I call them, along the ground, and you do kind of settle down for the kind of make an early evening out of it. And what I'd like to do is you're probably going to need to keep watch because you are a mile away, but probably wouldn't be a bad idea to keep watch.
Yeah, they might send out a patrol or something.
Right?
So
I'll take first watch.
okay. All right. So we'll start with Odo is going to have that first watch. So I believe that's probably just an awareness roll.
Okay.
Again, I might be rolling this wrong, but that's what we're going with. So
Makes sense.
Give over the other. Well, could be scan. But it's probably
scan is more like looking actively for something, though. So yeah,
So it's-
that's the way I understood it.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, we're on the same page there. All right, rolling it. We probably should have thrown some hope at it. Crap, a monkey.
Crap a monkey. All right. You're a little tired. Maybe you've had a little too much pipeweed over the
or not enough.
over the week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put everybody around this convenient campfire. Can you guys can see the characters on there?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, if I close the little windows I have open,
Yeah.
I think I can see them. Wait, no, I don't see anything. I just see the one.
No, I
name,
just see
you
Q. I see Q and Ellie.
can see our mice running around, our mice pointers, but
do you need to move us to
we'd
Holly
be
Ridge?
at Holly Ridge.
Yeah,
Which
Holly
one?
Ridge. Yep.
Go to the Holly Ridge.
Oh, I see.
Yep. Holly Ridge. You guys see it now?
Incidentally, this is
Yes.
as part of the still learning Foundry
Mhm.
thing. As a note, if you have a window open and you double click the title bar, it'll collapse into a.
Yeah, into a nice little compact.
Okay. So you don't notice something. You're kind of stomach still kind of grumbling, like, I've only had like 2 meals today. I mean, for a hobbit, that's like starving to death.
I didn't get second dinner.
Exactly.
Unacceptable.
Exactly. And you did not notice something creeping up So we are going to actually go into combat. So
Oh
Oh
dear.
boy.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to start us up here. And okay, so a wolf creeps out of the woods, either smelling pony or smelling something else, and is actually going to get the jump on you guys, basically.
Mhm.
So we are going to skip. Technically, there's normally an opening volley. The wolf doesn't really have a ranged attack, and you didn't see them coming. So,
Right.
so
No
we're,
volley.
yeah, so we're going to skip the opening volley, and we're going to begin combat. And yeah, so now in combat you have to pick your stances. So that is where you right click on your character portrait,
All right.
and then you could choose your stances.
Toggle combat state.
Combat state, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Oops. Okay.
It's like we're all going rearward.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm up keeping watch, I'm gonna have my bow out
Okay.
rather than my spear, just because I hope
It
to
is-
see something coming. That may be
There we
foolish,
go.
but
There we go. Okay. So now the wolf is going to attack Odo. So let me make him the target and see if I can get this to actually work right. So, and yep, fangs sounds correct. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm not gonna. And the wolf attacks Otto for 3 damage. We're gonna now. Do you see in the chat messages the display, the attack result, and the piercing blow?
yeah.
Okay. You can right click on the protection roll test to see if you pass your protection test.
Right click or left click?
I think it's right click actually.
Well, I left clicked and it popped up a window. So
Okay,
I guess that's
perfect.
good. All right.
Okay.
And this is to try not to take damage. So
Yeah, to not take damage. So then you make that
Okay.
roll. So okay, so
23.
yep. So you
I am protected.
You are protected.
Doctor Who's got me?
Okay. So so it jumped in and kind of grabbed onto your shoulder or your forearm, we're gonna say. And it's like starting to kind of shake you around. Terms of the order, technically it's okay. Clarel, you just changed your stance.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Finally found in the book where they are.
That's fine. Okay, so you're gonna actually go first. So what you have to do is you have to
Ooh, it automatically took-
you have to target the wolf.
Yep.
Okay. And then they do have a nice little convenient attack button in the toolbar if you have that. I don't know.
Oh, they do. Sure
Okay.
enough.
Yep.
If I can target the wolf.
Yeah, just I think you can right click it, and actually let me do this. I think. Okay, now try it again. For some reason, it sticks. Are you able to target the wolf? Let me
Yeah,
see if
trouble
Select
with
one
this.
and only one token to attack.
Okay. All right, now try it again. I targeted it for you.
Okay. Please select a character or adversary token.
Ah. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
what was that I figured out last time? There was a hot button you could press.
What do you want to attack with, your axe or your bow?
The axe.
X. Okay. I don't know why it's not. It's not working right. Spending any hope, anything, or
Yes, I'll spend hope.
okay. I don't know. Yeah, it's something I don't quite know why it's. I'll roll it. I'll just roll it for you. And you missed. Okay. All right. So you kind of slash out, and it kind of ducked under as it's starting to kind of drag. Odo.
Oh,
Okay.
Was there hope spent on that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So it's targeted. So I guess Deanie, now you can attack.
Okay. I'll use my bow. Oh.
There we go.
I had to double right click on him. Which
Okay.
was a weird
maybe
thing to
that's
do.
it.
But
Ah,
Double right click, and then there's a target in the a select target button in the toolbar of the token control.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
left.
And I wonder if I don't have Glorel engaged or whatever. Maybe let me try that. Just see if that.
I had to go look up how to.
I missed, by the way.
Yeah, apparently the GM gets the right click
Yeah.
thing on the enemy tokens, but we don't. But yeah, so it was double right click, targeted it, and also you can use the target.
Okay. All right. So Odo.
Right. So it grabbed me by the
Yeah.
arm. Does it still have me by the arm, or was
Yes. Yeah. No.
Okay.
It's still.
that? Well, I got to get away from them. How do I do that?
It's probably let's take a look. Like some kind of strength or
Athletics.
athletics. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds sounds
Okay.
fair.
I'll try that.
oh.
Or battle. Could I do battle?
Battle
Is sorry. Go
battle
ahead.
is battle is more like I think like encouragement or something for your.
I thought that was in Hearten.
Battle is
Yeah.
more like It's I took a point in it because it's more like using your brain to figure out like how to
Yeah.
like how to best survive an encounter or something like that. It was like I
As
took it
Bugs
because I
Bunny
thought
says,
So
strategy.
athletics, then.
Yeah.
I took a point in battle
More
too. because I was
strategy, yeah.
hoping to use it. I don't have any athletics. But that's what hope is for. If only I would-
And you do have fellowship points you can use. I'm trying to remember but they I think go in with your virtues, is it? Let me see.
yeah. If you wouldn't mind, check how we use those.
Yeah, or your virtues or your yeah. Let me remember how you use the fellowship points. Oh, let's gonna use the index because I will find the word fellowship 10 billion times in here. Let's see, because I don't quite remember what those are for. Fellowship rating.
What were the feat dice for?
I can't remember if it's. I don't think it's an automatic success or anything. It's.
I have the only note I have is that during the adventuring phase, players can spend points of fellowship to recover points of hope when resting. And they
Okay.
can also be spent to trigger special effects tied to the company's patron.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay. Good. Thank you.
And for Gandalf, it's spend fellowship to make a shadow test favored.
Yeah, we're not at a shadow test or anything right now.
Right.
So yeah, so it's not something you can use. Do you have? He doesn't have like a dagger or anything, does he?
No, just a spear and a bow, and he didn't have his spear readied.
I have them both equipped. And so I would probably let you change your stance then to from forward to like I think it's like open or defensive.
Okay.
as almost kind of a reaction in a way, so that you would be able to use your spear. So
We'll go defensive. I don't know that
Yeah.
makes that much difference.
well, it makes you harder to hurt, but you have a harder time hitting something. So
Yeah. I was going to switch to the spear anyway, but first I got to get away from the thing. So
yeah.
let's see if, and I was trying to figure out if there's any way to get more feat dice. That's the bikinis.
I think that's what the hope doesn't hope give you.
Hope adds
Hope
more
gives
d6.
you success dice.
Yeah,
Okay, success dice. Okay.
So, I don't know if there's any good way to add a feat die. Okay, figure it out later. I should have done my
Okay.
homework. I didn't.
Nah.
Roll it. Oh, a 1 on the D6, but a Gandalf on the
Nice.
D12. So
Okay.
like 20. What is it?
so-
It's 12, right? Yeah.
So what did you do?
Oh, I flopped down on the ground, spun around, and twisted my way out of its jaws. Just kind
Okay.
of did one of those.
Okay. So your shirt just like
Spin around.
tore, and it
Yeah.
just like tore the sleeve.
Sacrificed the sleeve, but twisted around, dropped the bow, and grabbed the spear and shuttled back to get into more of a defensive position.
Sounds good. Okay. So let me. All right. So we are gonna go. Oops. I want to go to next round. All right. So we are in round 2. Then so you can change your stances if you want. It's up to you guys.
Let's
I'm
change
sticking with
to-
defensive.
I'm gonna change to
Okay.
forward for this round.
Which one helps you more with ranged weapons?
You only use ranged weapons if you're in rearward stance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then I'm sticking in rear.
Okay.
You stick it in the rear.
That's what I was gonna say. All right. So let me see. I want to make sure you're all engaged with the wolf here. So let's.
I seem to have him targeted. I got blinking
Yeah.
corner arrows.
Okay. All right.
Pulsing.
So yeah. So it's Odo. You again, starting first.
All right.
And actually, the wolf should really be up here.
Ooh, that was me.
Oh wait. Oh, because I got them all selected here.
Yeah, don't do that.
Crap. It's how do I unselect?
Click and drag somewhere away from the icons.
Yeah, like select empty space, and it'll deselect the.
No. There we go. Okay. All right. So Wolfie's up here then. Okay. And
Then I'm up here.
okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna start off with Odo again.
All right. Do I click somewhere on the combat tracker? Or just to attack?
No, you're already selected on the tracker. So all you have to do is just have your target, and then you click the attack.
Okay. Oh my God!
Yeah, we suck.
2 1s and a 3.
All right.
This is why we can't hit anything. This is why we can't have anything nice.
All right. So yeah, you managed to get out of there, and you just kind of stab your spear, and it just kind of dodges past you. Glorel.
I am going to. Hang on, I scrolled up. I have to scroll down again. Since I'm in defensive stance, I'm going to use the combat task protect companion,
Okay.
and that requires an athletics roll.
Okay.
And again, I'm spending hope on this.
Okay.
Just missed it.
So yeah, the wolf is just kind of looking back and forth between the two of you.
I used my inspiration to reroll that. No, it's a D&D.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, that's D&D. I don't think. Nice try though, Deanie.
All right, I'm gonna try to shoot the sucker.
Okay.
Oh, Eye of Sauron.
Ooh, I have Sauron.
Goodness gracious. Why we're not engaging the bandits?
Yeah.
At least there's only one wolf.
It's the
I can't even hit a wolf.
well, it's a crafty wolf,
Yeah.
and it's actually gonna feel Laurel because that oh wait, I've got the wrong.
Elves are tastier than hobbits. I don't know.
Oops, somehow
Well-
Laurel is off there. Never mind.
A new a new item has presented itself. So
Oh,
come on, all right. Where is the targeting? All right. Target. Wolfie. No, not you. Wolfie. Bite. All right. Okay. Yeah. There we go. All right. And I'm not going to be mean with the wolf. I'm not adding any extra dice to it or anything like that. But and it has a tactical morale. So
yeah.
yeah. So click that protection roll test, please. And you are protected. So okay. So again, you don't take any damage from it, but it's like snapped at you. So you guys have done all right on the protection rolls, definitely.
Well, I think we still take damage. We just don't get any more piercing.
Correct. Yeah. Because looking at your character sheets, yes, yeah. Because I think you've each taken like 3. Well, both of you took 3. So, but okay, all right. So we are in round 3.
I'm going to stay in forward stance.
Okay.
It sent me back to rearward for some reason.
Try it again.
Now you're back.
Hold
Yeah.
on. They take the target off you. Let's see.
But you're no longer targeting the wolf.
It might be because I moved a bunch of tiles without the GM moving me.
Maybe I don't know.
I would like to try to scare the wolf off
Okay.
this time around rather than actually attacking it.
Okay.
So I'll wave, the spear and make noise and, like flick it at its nose or whatever kind of thing. But I really want to, I don't know, intimidate it. I'm not sure.
Let's see.
What's the best roll for that? So I'll await your suggestion.
You're doing the forward stances combat task, intimidate foe, which requires an awe roll.
Yeah.
Awe.
Do
Okay.
you have anything in awe?
I got no awe.
You got no awe, so you cannot do that move. But I
You
would.
can.
Well, yeah, you roll
It's going
nothing.
to be probably less effective than the spear, which I have one dot in. So I mean,
I'm looking at Otto. He could, if you make a good enough case for it. He could try to confuse the wolf, maybe with riddle. But you have to make a very good case for it.
Rusticate it.
Yeah.
Ooh, how do you confuse a wolf? I don't know. Spin around and waggle my backside at it.
I will allow it because I think it just makes a funny story. So
Come on, and like try to lead it away so Glorel can get a good shot
That's-
on it.
that-
Get it. So rather than intimidating it away, more like captivating it so that it's not paying as much attention to everyone else.
I like the sound of it. Go ahead and roll
See
it.
how this works.
In the end, it's all about a good story.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4.
Ah,
Yeah.
you.
The dice are fighting me tonight.
You shake, shake, shake. But
Yeah.
all right, Glorel, you've seen this hobbit try this interesting move. I'm going, hey, come on, bite me.
Right here.
But the wolf does not bite, so
I'm gonna try that. Protect companion again.
okay, all right.
Oh man. You?
I've been off by 2 rolls in a row now.
No. I wish this was like Call of Cthulhu and be like, I'll let you push it or spend luck. Or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already spending hope away, throwing an extra die in on pretty much every roll, and
Deanie.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to shoot the fucking wolf again, I guess.
got a nice big round target right next to the wolf's head.
Oh my god. This game combat is broken. I'm sorry. There's just no way that we'd be this effectual.
Yeah. It just doesn't seem something. So I don't know. All right. Well, back to Mr. Wolf. Now that he has a nice target, he is gonna.
Yeah.
Oops.
You're just rolling below average. Oh, but your target's 18 with the bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're not fighting.
Wolf is. I'm not gonna add anything to it. I don't think that'd be fair. Oh.
You don't need to when you're rolling Sauron eyes.
Another. Okay. So, go ahead and do your protection roll.
Ooh,
you've been getting lucky on those protection rolls. I mean, you're taking damage though, because you're at.
I'm not gonna be sitting down for a week.
Chomp. Okay. Unfortunately, I do not have any villagers who could come running forward to save you from this.
Looks like it didn't take.
It didn't.
Those 3 points off. No,
Yeah.
16, not 19.
Was
I not targeted?
No, you were targeted. Yeah, because I go back to the using fangs deals 3 damage. But you made the protection roll. But you've always made the protection rolls though.
Yeah. Oh, but this time I got a automatic success on it.
Maybe that's it. The automatic success.
The damage too.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll assume that the sheet is doing its job.
Yeah, I think it is. From when I've tested, it looked like it did. So, okay. Glorel, you might want to actually attack this thing now.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'll do it after Odo does.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Okay. All right, so I'm going to make the wolf the target again. Okay.
Actually.
Oh, okay. What are we doing? Did I? Am I waiting on
You're
me?
attacking.
Oh, we're waiting on me. Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
was afraid of. All right. All right. I'll poke it with a spear this time. See if I can
Okay.
do any better.
Okay.
Nope.
Son of a nutcracker. All right. All right. Well, Clarel.
All right, proper attack this time.
You don't seem to be targeting the wolf.
It says I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just in the combat tracker, you don't have a little wolf next to you.
There we
Yeah,
go.
now you
Oh,
do.
wow.
Sure.
No. That's
Okay.
the engagement thing. And I've made sure you guys are engaged. So.
All right. Now,
But,
yeah, it's working now.
There we go. All right. So great success. All right. So
Yay!
go ahead and roll your damage then. Nice. Oh, hit the wolf for 10. All right. So, Deanie, the wolf can be hit.
Can it?
It can be hit. Oof.
Oh,
Nope.
it's closer
Not
though.
by me.
I was closer.
Yeah. All right. The wolf he's actually that attack from Glorel has scared it. It kind of yelped out really loud, and actually is going to try to take off running. Not taking Glorel with it, but so. There we go. But yeah, is going to try to take off running, and we'd be in the next round of combat if you guys want to continue.
No, I'm gonna watch it run off.
Okay. Anybody else?
I have no need to kill a creature of the forest
no.
if it's not trying to kill me.
Okay.
I don't.
Then the creature runs off, and we are done with combat. So
Okay.
hopefully I've not dissuaded you from this game, but
No, it might need some tweaking.
It's hard to hit a target of 18 with only 3 dice.
Yeah. I mean, he was meant to be challenging. So
yeah,
and he was. So
well, the creature doesn't set the target value; our attributes do. So
yeah. But I picked something that was
that would
okay.
be dangerous.
So yeah, so yes, so Odo, yeah, you've ripped up shirt, have some fang marks on your shoulder, on your arm.
Ripped trousers. I'm going to bed.
All right.
I'm a failure as a night watchman.
I'm gonna tend you.
Okay. He does technically have damage that you could heal.
Okay.
I think there's a heal roll. You can make a heal roll for your character.
Let's see here.
And I think Odo can heal himself, or he can be healed. But I think it's probably just easier to just try to
Is
heal
it one
yourself.
or the other?
Do have a single point in healing, so there
Yeah.
we go. We'll try
Yeah.
it.
Did Lorel take any damage?
Clarel.
I took 3.
3, yeah.
All right. All right. So
Hmm.
And I think what you do is you target the person you want to heal and make the heal roll.
Okay. I have to target them
Yeah.
first. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on, where'd I go?
I should be back.
There we go.
I think I deleted you when I cleared the combat.
good job. You rolled 3.
I did not heal you.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I open these band-aids again?
And
Heal
nor
myself?
did I heal you. I am basically useless. So, but yeah,
I think what we would want to do then is I would probably suggest a short rest for you guys. And on your character sheet, there is a short button that you can make a rest. And I believe
deal Glorel. So,
Yep.
we suck.
Yeah.
So, you can regain hope, I believe, when you take a rest.
Can't
So
find my short button.
And
There it is. I see it. Never mind.
there it is. Ta-da, under rest.
it's not recovering
Yeah, maybe
endurance.
this
Okay,
might be one of those games where it's like everybody has to start off at level 3 to be able to do anything.
How many points do you want to recover?
I think you lost at least 3. So
Oh, that's hope points.
Yeah, just the recover hope points from fellowship thing.
I think is that prolonged?
Optional? Is that
It's optional.
Okay. I'm actually thinking we may wrap up for the night before we kind of dive into something more. And so what we'll do
Because we couldn't even kill a wolf.
yeah, and there's much worse stuff.
we got our 3 hit points back, though, so
We
that's-
might
that's
need to
gonna do it.
retool our characters in the. I
Yeah.
don't know. This is crazy that 3-on-1 wolf and wolf
Yeah.
wins.
Well, actually, Glorel did a lot of damage to the wolf.
Right?
But
Hey,
just
Sorry, I didn't mean to not give Glorel any credit.
no.
That's fine.
10 points of endurance in 1 hit, so
Yeah. So
we just rolling rather poorly on that. We were rolling below average on a lot of those
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah. You really that. There's nothing I can do about rolling bad, unfortunately. So, but I think what I want to do is we will maybe just stop here for the night, and we are going to pick up again next week. I know Anne could not make it, but hopefully Ray can make it. Oddly enough, though, I think Ray is also a scholar. So you have 3 scholars and a treasure hunter. Anne had made a warden who was a little more combat focused. So
We did not consult the group when making our character. Well, I randomized mine, so
that's fine. And that's fine.
I got no one to blame.
Yeah, I make random characters all the time. I think it's fun. So,
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I was just doing it, for our first test run, and it was like, well, I like this character.
Yeah. And I guess I thought I would be slightly better at some things, and it seems like
You're the
but whatever.
You're the war master. Yeah, you're not designed to kill things. So.
I did make my 1 riddle roll, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, while you guys were busy rolling really poorly, I figured out how to make these little custom
I see.
wallpapers. So if anyone would like one for their character,
There we
Yeah,
go.
what did you do there?
And
And
I
it
like how
may-
she's peeking in from the corner of the screen.
it does look like she's peeking in.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's let's talk during the week. Who knows? Maybe your character say the hell with Gandalf, just retreat and just hope he never finds you.
Yeah.
But for the time being, we will plan to come back again next week and continue from there. So
Sounds good.
we're still learning the system. Thank you everyone who gave us a watch. And if you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate your support. Please give this video a like if you wouldn't mind. And we will see you all again next week. So good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for having patience with us.
Yeah, have
Good night,
patience.
Tracy.
Yep.
Having patience with this game. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. All right. Bye.